What's up, guys? Jeff here, coming at you with a new YouTube video in the AI space. Specifically, this video is going to be how to help you make 10K per month with an AI coaching and installation company. This is where you're creating a like a school group for coaching and potentially even a consulting, AI consulting, or an installation company. And if you follow my videos, you follow my work, you know that I love mental models. And this business is based off of a couple ideas, a couple opportunities in the information age. One is the education business, which is more or less selling information. A consulting business, taking that information and applying that for other people, and more of a consultative approach to business, and then a research business, researching new AI breakthroughs, AI news, AI tools, softwares, methodology, and generally, and then offering that research both to help your consulting business and your education business at the same time. So 10K per month doing coaching, whether we're running into like a school group, and installations, doing actual deals, whether you're like on Zoom calls and things like that. I can't think of a better opportunity in 2025 than starting an AI business. It's a paradigm shift. It's like the combination of like the Renaissance and the Enlightenment period all in one. The main thing that guides an AI business is sales and marketing information and mental models and how to think. Um, and so you're not necessarily doing a bunch of thinking, you're relying on AI symbiosis, which is the blending of your mind and AI prompting to come up with better ideas. But anyways, it's I think it's one of the best opportunities. I think the applications are across most industries, and it's just going to be you becoming that new identity of the AI guy and stepping into some of these businesses in a consultative or even taking a full time position. I think that people are going to be hiring AI engineers, AI architects into businesses in 2026. And so taking, this winter season, we're in November here in December, to maybe jump in to, our coaching or our school group and learn some of these automation skills and then apply that into your own business or other people's businesses is going to set you up for 2026 if you're looking to make a change. I really can't think of any better opportunity. And I don't think there's going to be a better opportunity for the next 20, 30 years. This is it. This is what we're doing. And it's important to go all in and get excited, learn and build and take action. So anyways, the coaching aspect of getting to 10K per month, I'm not claiming to be at 10K per month. I'm just saying, it's the outcome that we all want. Probably even more, like 100K per month. We're going to be doing coaching in school, I'll show you how to build your own custom platform with AI, or you could do like a Discord. I started in Discord. You can actually jump into our free Discord. We still run AI calls and like troubleshooting and problem solving calls. We also do like personal development calls and stuff like that. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You can jump and get the link. But I'm doing a lot of my own custom platform, and then we're going to test school because it's like $9 a month to test school, and I know a lot of people just run to school, so it's good for that to do coaching like that. And then for installations, typically it's going to be people that come in from like your school group or from your Discord or even are in your community that have more problems that they want, maybe custom installations, right? They maybe don't want to do it themselves. They don't want to learn how to do it, and or just they don't have time and they want custom installations. Then you can run like Zoom or Google Meets meetings and do like screen share with Zoom and install the templates on their behalf, show them how to run it. And the coaching and installation goes hand in hand. Because at the end of the day, people who work with you, they're going to have to learn how to use the the AI that you're installing, and they're going to be changing their behavior. And so, in general, I don't want to get super deep here with this video, but we're looking at behavior change just in general. You're a catalyst for behavior change in a lot of the industries that you're in. It's going to be a pretty rocky road. There's going to be early adapters, people who never want to adapt. But just for context, right now, like in terms of like the sales industries and call center industries, it's just like we have some really revolutionary templates, AI automations that we're building, and we're calling like 10 people at a time with AI cloned salespeople. And anyways, the sales industry is crazy. So like this number, maybe we need to change this number to like how to make 100K per month um, with AI coaching and installations. Just depends on like your model. I mean, there's business basics. If you come from the agency space, there's going to be good fundamentals that you've already learned from the agency space and revenue share and working with clients and onboarding and things like that. There's so many things that would give you such a great advantage if you're coming from the SMMA space, like Tai Lopez SMMA or digital marketing background or things like that. But even if you have no marketing and sales background, AI can kind of close the gap in terms of its own knowledge, its own marketing knowledge, and things like that, and then training AI up. So it's really a new domain with new rules. It's a paradigm shift. Obviously, if you have any kind of good personal development, sales, marketing, domain expertise coming into doing AI consulting in your domain, you're going to have an advantage. But other than that, all this is going to be like fuel for your fire. Like for example, I come from a sales and marketing background, and so I was able to clone a lot of sales techniques into AI agents, and then deploy AI agents where we're making calls, follow up calls, things like that. That's really the bread and butter here, and that's where a lot of the money is. Most of the money that you're going to make, I believe, is in AI sales. So selling things with AI or even selling AI with AI, if that makes sense. So let's get into the rest of this and kind of show you what I recommend, the overall structure of hitting 100K per month with AI coaching and installations. So there's three main parts, three steps, I believe, to getting your first customers, building your community, getting your first clients and consulting clients, and even your first monthly recurring revenue with an AI coaching and installation company. The first step is obviously getting leads. This is going to be top of the funnel. How are you attracting and doing marketing? Alex Hormozi has a nice framework for like free methods for lead generation and paid methods. Obviously, you can run ads, but I'm trying to stay super lean. This is for people who don't want to spend any money at all and are just like kind of grinding in the trenches and want to do everything with like the most free or lowest cost possible manner. And so with this, it's going to be free organic content, like free YouTube videos, like YouTube tutorials, demonstrating your work, demonstrating your builds and things like that. And this is going to generate interest both on people who want coaching and people who actually want the templates and installation into their own businesses. And so what I generally recommend, and inside of our coaching, inside the Discord, also inside our custom platform, we'll go deeper on YouTube videos, organic traffic, public speaking, filming, editing, stuff like that, on how to create better organic content that drives more clicks and more traffic. This goes back to a mental model. One of the mental models is compound growth. Sometimes I'll pepper in mental models here. But the other one is that, brick and mortar is pretty much dead. Amazon took it over. And so most of business, if you're not like in some of the main trades like HVAC, roofing, plumbing, electrical, stuff like that, which are great trades and you should apply AI to those. Everything else is basically, most of the other industries, you want to get clicks. And clicks is what's going to drive traffic to your e-commerce or online store. It's going to drive a lead generation for you to call. So anyways, most of your day-to-day behavior should be in trying to get clicks and views on your content, which is going to translate into leads. And I'll show you how we generate leads and sales in the next step. So the next step is obviously sales. Since this is a coaching and consulting business, what I did was I took one of Russell Brunson's templates from one of his swipe files, which is the consulting file, the consulting template, and we created, of course, a funnel. And I actually had videos on how I built this exact same funnel with AI. I built an AI sales funnel with AI. I have videos part 1 and part 2 on my YouTube channel you could check out. I'll probably just link them here. But that's so part of doing like YouTube and making content is like you can link to your other videos like I just did. And that, again, that's compound growth. So this system starts to like rinse and repeat. But anyways, this funnel was from Russell Brunson. It's the consulting funnel. It's in the 99 funnel swipe file. I'll go grab it so you can know see what I'm referencing. Just to be clear, there's like a lot of people who are showing content on, start an AI agency, blah blah blah, without really showing the thinking behind it. I like to share like the actual thinking of why I think it's a good opportunity. And I guess just really recognizing that we're in like a different age. This was a good book that I read that'll kind of open your eyes to the opportunity and what it is that we're dealing with now. But yeah, just really across industries, across domains, I think it's a great idea. But anyways, this is the Russell Brunson 74 funnel swipe file that I'm referencing. This is the consulting funnel, and this is verbatim like his drawing of how a consulting funnel works. It's basically a 2-page funnel. On the first page of the funnel, you're giving away something for free. And this is called a survey funnel. So there's you're asking questions on how they came in. And then in order to get the free thing, they have to answer the questions. And then a form pops up, which gets the lead, the name, email, and phone number. And then a second page 2 comes up where you have a video sales letter and a lot of emotional selling. And then you have logical justification and text underneath that video sales letter. And then they can click to purchase or apply for your consulting there. So that is the simple way to convert the interested clicks coming from YouTube videos to find out, what they are coming in for, whether they want coaching or consulting or installations. And we have some really interesting things that I did with the funnel here with actually installing AI here to like answer questions and even chat and like validate their ideas because we saw those patterns. And so there's a lot of cool AI things you can install. You can actually install AI on your funnels. I don't think I have an example here. But so I went through that whole kind of video here on how I built an AI sales funnel. You can go step by step and kind of see the process I used. And then obviously having some free things to give away. So whether that's like a free template or some free content. So I put together, not all of it's AI generated. So some of it, I do have a background in marketing and sales. What's funny is I created this like money models playbook. And Alex Hormozy used the same thing on his title, but I made this like months and months ago. Anyways, it's funny that like in entrepreneurship, you follow people and you get the same ideas. Anyways, great minds think alike. So anyways, this is what I give away for free. It's a series of like 10 playbooks. There's templates and free automations inside of here. I think I'll give you some recommendations of like the best ones to start with, but I would start with like sales infrastructure and content infrastructure because there's templates in here. But I give away like a free content calendar, a personal branding agent that helps create like posts for you, like creates content for you. YouTube research agent, that one was pretty cool to like figure out what kind of YouTube videos to make. Anyways, there's a lot of awesome things that I'll kind of get your mind turning in there, but so that's how like that's what we exchange for someone's information. And then we can do promotional selling and actually sell the offer. on the next landing page. So here I have a video where it's an AI generated video where I'm explaining the offer, and then I have a button where they can actually start the free trial of jumping into the coaching community. So they can jump into the school, the Discord, or the custom platform by clicking the button here on the funnel, right? And then the last thing would be follow up and personalization, right? So if they don't click to purchase, then we have AI follow up agents reaching out, asking them questions, selling them on jumping into the coaching or figuring out what kind of installations they're looking for, how their business runs, like their workflow, their tech stack, things like that. The AI will find that information, update the lead in the CRM, and give us tons of notes, the transcriptions, and then continue to have actual conversations. So here we have like an SMS agent that's working on Twilio that's going to text people and have like a knowledge base attached to it. It's going to keep sending people texts. We have like a sales infrastructure where we're calling people. And so anyways, this is like the part of sales that actually gets automated. And this is very important because sales is like your front line. And so we're not only just doing sales, but we're extracting a lot of information that further helps us with content development, further helps us with what to put in our free thing, what problems that our customers or people that are inquiring are facing, what they need help with, and this becomes like a loop. And so in general, this is kind of what I recommend in terms of a structure. This is a system that I like, that I personally use to build my business. I keep it pretty simple. I just rinse and repeat on this and kind of grow it over time. Not every video is going to do well. We'll see how well this video does, but not every YouTube video you do is going to do well. Obviously, not everybody who downloads your thing is going to purchase, but you do have this kind of automated system that over time, again, will compound. And then you'll end up with people inside of your coaching earning monthly revenue, right? And that comes from Russell Brunson's The Linchpin, talking about if you don't have continuity, you don't have a business. So the coaching is part of building an actual business and continuity. Then installation, depending on how you structure it, can be one-off, it can be promotional, or you can have like rev share on installations, monthly maintenance, things like that with the automations you're building. So the AI niche in general opens up a lot of creativity. In general, I think we're covering a lot of the main kind of systems that you're going to want to have. I personally like just doing organic content, which is free traffic, generating free traffic. It compounds. And then I like to have some sort of sales funnel, AI augmented sales funnel that we actually built with AI, which is pretty cool. And then I like to have AI sales in the back end. So my formula is real simple: organic content, AI sales funnel, and AI sales agents. This was when I first got started, kind of the template that I was looking at in terms of how can we take entrepreneurs to scale and hit from 0 to 100K per month selling AI infrastructures. And in general, just follows the same format. You want to get leads, you want to get sales, and then you want to do installs. The way that this evolved was that the process became a little bit simpler. This is a pretty high level overview in terms of how can you generate leads. Well, you can do content, ads, outreach, or like a community. How do you do sales? Well, having a funnel, setters, follow up, sales agents, lead magnets, and it was just very in depth. And so that system had changed over time into just a more simpler system, a more simpler process. Yes, it's probably unconventional. Maybe it doesn't look like a lot of the things that you would typically see or some of the common advice that you would see. But let's talk about more like, okay, why does organic content do well? Why does specifically these tutorials? One, it demonstrates your work. It demonstrates competency. It adds upfront value. And from there, it actually, and then it gives them access to maybe automations or free things that you want to include. And so like most of the constraints on new businesses is in lead generation, and the way that you can um, scale is by really focusing on your organic content. So I hope this video added some value and gave you, I guess, some structure on what to build and what direction to go. And then we're obviously going to go a little bit further with like product development, how to package up these automations into like your school group, into your custom community, into your custom coaching community, or your automation masterminds, and then best practices for doing installations, and then contracts and rev share and stuff like that when you're selling custom AI. So, but in general, I think this is as simple as it gets in terms of top of funnel, middle of funnel, back of funnel, and how to get sales, how to get up to 100K per month. If you guys have any questions on this, on anything related to content, anything related to the funnel, there's videos you can watch. But I'll continue. I'm going to remake a couple of the videos so they're a little bit more clear. And we'll see you guys in the Discord. We'll see you guys in the actual community, which is a custom community that I built with AI that has all these tutorials and step-by-step, automations, modules, stuff like that. And even we'll see you in the school group where we have live calls as well.